Hey guys, so this is going to be the video report on the 3 muzzle brakes I was testing out. The Kahntrol Solutions, this is their 3-gun model. This is the Patriot Valley Arms new Rocket Scientist brake, their new 4-port Rocket Scientist. And the Area 419 Sidewinder. This is their new 4-port brake. So I was out at the range today. That video will follow this one, testing each one of these out. So here were my findings. This is the Kahntrol Solutions 3-gun is the one I shot with first. Now this was the winner from my last brake comparison I did. I put this guy up against the Muzzle Brakes and More 5-port Beast brake, and while the 5-port Beast brake did reduce recoil just a little bit more than this guy, the muzzle blast to the face was so bad that I don't think anybody could put up with it and use it on a, you know, either on a daily basis or however often you go shooting. So this had to be the winner. So carrying this guy over to this particular comparison, how did it do this time? Well, same as last time. It reduces recoil quite well, even though this has one less port than the Rocket Scientist and Sidewinder. It holds its own quite well. It doesn't direct any blasts to the shooter's face, which is, for me, lately has become more of a importance than you know, how much recoil it reduces. But it does reduce a great deal of recoil, and the rifle in the video is a 300 Winchester Magnum. So, and it's very lightweight. It kicks quite a bit without a muzzle brake. So this again did pretty well. I was very happy with the recoil reduction. World of difference with brake and no brake. I mean, obviously it is a Magnum, so. So let's compare how this did to the other two. The Rocket Scientist. So this brake really surprised me today. Recoil reduction, I would say, on the Rocket Scientist was better than the Kahntrol Solutions brake. Now the 3-gun. It did not direct any muzzle blast to my face, which was very nice. The recoil from the 3-gun is kind of a push. It's not a sharp jerk. Same with this one. But I will say this did, the Rocket Scientist did reduce recoil just a little bit more than the 3-gun. I do have an injury to my right shoulder. I have some torn ligaments, so I judge it based on how much pain I'm feeling with each shot I take. And I felt nearly no pain shooting this one, where the Rocket Scientist, whereas the 3-gun, the pain was extremely minimal, and you know, more than I mean, the reduction is more than enough with the 3-gun for me to still be able to shoot all day. But the Rocket Scientist did surprise me. I mean, not sure if it's the extra port, not sure if it's because the ports are bigger. They're not angled backwards, they are 90 degrees. Hopefully you can see that in the video. So, great recoil reduction, nearly no muzzle blast to my face, very pleasant to shoot with. How much better was recoil reduction compared to the 3-gun? Not a whole lot. Honestly, it's, I mean, I don't know how to put a percentage on it, but I would say maybe 5 to 10% maximum. But it was noticeable. So I'm really happy with how this brake tested out. Moving on to the last brake you'll see in the video of me shooting, the Area 419 Sidewinder. Now this is the bigger brother to the Hellfire, which I have on my Ruger Precision rifle, which is a 3-port version and a smaller diameter. Just like this is the smaller brother to the Mad Scientist. On my Ruger Precision rifle, I love the Hellfire. Yes, the ports are angled backwards, but the 6.5 Creedmoor case, in my opinion, doesn't have enough of a muzzle blast for me to feel it in my face. Unfortunately, that was not the case with the Sidewinder. Shooting at a Winchester Magnum, it has a lot of muzzle blast. a lot of concussive muzzle blast. And I did find, much like the 5-port beast brake that lost in the last review I did, the Sidewinder did redirect a lot of the muzzle blast directly back to the shooter's face, which was my face today. It wasn't as bad as the 5-port beast brake, but it was still quite a bit more muzzle blast compared to the other 2 brakes I tested. Recoil reduction was fantastic. I mean, I do have to say, it was maybe another 3 to 4% more than the Rocket Scientist. But, in my opinion, this was already so good that, I mean, the trade-off of having muzzle blast in the face and an extra 3%, for me at least, it's not worth it. So I do have to, you know, I am surprised actually by this result because, like I said, on my 6.5 Creedmoor, I do have the smaller brother of this. I don't feel any muzzle blast to my face. Recoil reduction is fantastic. I love that brake, and I have been recommending it left and right. So I'm not playing favorites here. I'm just telling you guys my just honest opinion about, you know, what I felt shooting each one of these brakes today. I sent 3 rounds downrange with each one, same factory Federal ammo. So, I mean, if I was to rate these with best recoil reduction, the Sidewinder would take the prize. Least amount of muzzle blast to the face, the 3Gun and Rocket Scientist would take. Sorry about the interruption. But if looking at it as an overall package, without price being a factor, I'd have to give it to the Rocket Scientist. No muzzle blast to the face, fantastic recoil reduction. I mean, if the larger diameter is not an issue for you, which, you know, these two have quite a bit of a large diameter. They did look a little bit funny on the end of a 3/4 inch diameter barrel, but recoil reduction, muzzle blast to the face, Rocket Scientist is a clear winner here. Value. So that's where it gets a little bit more difficult to judge these on. Now, the 3Gun is under $100. I don't know, I remember off the top of my head what these two go for, but I think they're in the $160 range. So these are quite a bit more expensive, but you know, I do have to note that the 3Gun, this version of the 3Gun that I have, does use a crush washer. That, for some, may not be a big deal. For some, it may be a deal breaker. The Rocket Scientist has a threaded nut on the back. Now, the nut doesn't thread on the barrel. The nut is threaded onto the brake itself. You just screw it in until you're all the way towards the end, and you time it. You start unscrewing this nut until it jams against the shoulder into the shoulder cut into the barrel threads. So that's how this guy gets mounted. The Area 419 Sidewinder has the barrel adapter with the taper. So just like the Hellfire, you thread this onto your barrel. You thread the brake onto the barrel adapter, reverse threads. Once you get close enough where it's already starting to bottom out, you basically time the brake, push it into this barrel adapter, and the taper will lock it in place, and then you just hand tighten this nut the rest of the way and it locks in place. So same idea, same exact design as the Hellfire, works very well, did not loosen up on me even though I only shot 3 rounds. Worked really well as far as the mounting goes. The Sidewinder, you do need you know, a couple wrenches to get on. You know, same thing with the 3Gun from Kahntrol Solutions. So, I mean, each one mounts a little bit differently. It's more of a personal preference to pick one over the other. But as far as value goes, the 3Gun is probably the, you know, not probably, it is the lowest cost of the 3. Recoil reduction is really good. I mean, everything I knew about brakes, this guy kind of, you know, obliterated, because it is opened up to 338 cal. I mean, everyone says if it's opened up too much, it'll have less recoil reduction, but this guy's been impressing me for the cost. I'm not a fan of crush washers, to be honest with you. I never have been, even on the ARs. But this is what I'm currently using on my WinMag. That same rifle you will see in the video just shortly. So again, the Patriot Valley Arms Rocket Scientist came out the winner today. If price is not a, you know, if we're not considering the price difference. As far as recoil reduction, muzzle blast to the face, this guy is the winner. Let me know what you guys think. That's it. Thank you. Pictures of this.